All right, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Struggling Day Trader channel. My name is Hassan. We are live Saturday weekend sesh. Let me update the title. I think I can update the title. Maybe not. I'll figure it out. Yo, what up, HH? Hmm. My bad, Pond. It's hard to get going when it's 4 degrees outside. Not that that's a great excuse, but you know. Oh, okay. Yeah, man. Hadn't seen you in a minute. Yo, what up, Trey? Yeah, I bet. Okay, so my idea for today is to look at all the things that did what I wanted it to do and reverse engineer. So I'm go through the scanner. Uh, Send live scanner. Let us start with. Let's start with Monday. Um. Oh wait, were we not here Monday? That's right. Tuesday. Actually go touch grass. Oh man, that's hilarious. All right. All right, so I got my Zendu over here. And oh wait, my bad. My bad. I got you, focus. Dang, bro, that's crazy. I don't know why they do you like that, focus. All right. So, let's start with or maybe there's a better way, like finding the top gainers by the end of the day. Is there a way I can do that, like by day for the past? Or should I just. Hmm. Oh, you got the list, huh? I'm looking at 120 right now. But I want stuff that went up off the open. Like, I want stuff that would have triggered. Oh, yeah. All right, I'll just do it the hard way. No big deal. Let's see. I'm going to move 935. SHPH. That's the one I didn't trade. Maybe I should go back a little further because muscle memory, chart memory. Okay, yeah, I remember this. This is not what I want. This 120? Yeah. Oh, he said he got the hot stocks. Okay, okay. Where they at though? 120. Email service from scans for free sends you top gainers after close. Where is it? Where is it? Is it the newsletter? Market Movers newsletter? Aha. Go looking out. All right. Got it. Thanks. Ours should always be in caps. That's funny. IVF. That's the top gainer. um, that's a nice move. Hmm. Yep, Jan 20. Okay, that's a pretty nice move up there. Bro, get out of here. Hmm. Hey, what's up, Chili Dipper? Yeah, I think I'm gonna end up using them for sure. I like FinViz a lot. Realize when work does require more quality, my trading drops. Hmm. All right. Hmm. Man, this was kind of a no-brainer here. Mm. 260. I don't remember agreeing to that. I don't remember agreeing to that. Shoot, it's a setup I want to back test right now. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I said 935, bro. Yo, what up, Knives? Still at the gym? All right, cool. Get it in, bruh. What you working on today? I miss the gym, man. Me and the gym used to be like tight. Like no matter what, I was going into the gym. If I didn't do anything, and I was gonna get to the gym. Back and tries. Man, I appreciate it, bro. You know, I never actually feel like I'm big or anything like that. So when people say stuff like that, it's like, dang, for real. So that's cool. But yeah, man, I miss getting in there and training and having that pump just constantly somewhere. Um, daily. Nah, I don't. I don't think I have a 935 trade. When I was trying to catch the dip off low of day, um, I don't know. I want to have a 935 trade. I'm gonna find the setup that I'm looking at that I've been wanting to take. Um, but yeah, I'm not gonna start taking it until I can find, like Knives be saying, 20 charts of it working. Really probably need 100. But you know, I've been watching price action for a while. I think I know, but I need to see proof. Yeah, 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 yeah. Um, Skia. See if I can remember that. Man, what? Feeling some work FOMO. um, what was this close here? I think my actual number is 228. And closed at 28. Tested back below. Then closed at 29. Opened at 30. Oh no, opened at 28. I get 30 from. Opened at 28. This one opened at 30. Closed at 29. Hmm. What's up, OG? Missed the stream yesterday. Oh man, that was the one to miss for the week for sure. If there was one to miss, that was the one. Oh, appreciate it, HH. Hey, did I lose? Yeah, I crashed out. I mean, I was calm, but I just did not. I just I just exposed some holes um in my strategy as far as just like being particular about the entry. Like the fact that I want the lower high that I'm looking for, that first pullback, I need to have a confluence somewhere. It can't just be light on volume, you know. Yeah, yeah, it sure is. Hey yo. Um yeah, I feel that way too, Knives. What does that mean? Light on volume? Low on volume? Light on volume? It just means that there's no aggressive selling happening. Like you get a strong move up and there's no there's a pin. Yeah, I like the third candle. Um Yeah, the play I'm dreaming of right now is like a higher day breakout though. It's basically a 5 minute opening range breakout play, but I don't think I want to mess with that. Not right now anyway. So I think maybe 940 would be my first trade as far as like setups that I think I'll be able to define today. Um, but we'll see. Low volume is any stock with under 10 million shares traded once it's above. Huh. Yeah, volume can definitely dry up. And I mean, it definitely wasn't. That's one thing. When I looked at those trades I had the other day, the volume wasn't like insane. Like the move had just started. It was like what it looks like in pre-market when the volume's first coming in, like the first candle, first 5 minute candle, might have had 100,000 shares traded, and then the next one three, and then the next one five. So yeah, it's real different than the ones that have been going all pre-market. Hmm. All right, let's move on. What else did we have? Focus. I don't want to spend too much time on each chart. I really just want to get a bunch of them, and then we'll go back through. Uh, ACAN. Let me check this link out. HH sent. Oh, this is receive an end of day email. Man, that's next level when I start going through this stuff at night. All right. January 20th. I don't think I'm gonna be messing with this. This is I think I'm putting my lower limit at $2. And I'm gonna just keep it at that. Mm, it's a nice setup though. Yeah, this daily's trash, bro. This where it gapped up to. Morning, Bobby. Yeah, that was trash. Yeah, I'm passing up on these dailies right here. So that's all we had from that day. So IVF. But I can't pick like one day in the last 5 days. It's got to be the whole 5 days, huh? Where the WAP at? Man, no, I don't need this. What's that? We still got it. What's this green line? Is that VWAP too? There we go. See, this is the setup right here. But yeah, I mean, this is where I wanted to have like my 915 entry criteria. But sometimes the setup happens before the open. Yeah, here or here. After that, I mean, oh, it pulls gainers from each of the last 5 days. Mm. Hmm. All right, moving on. Yeah, one thing I would actually like to get away from is trading against all of this price action. Like how Pola, pre-market was chill and then we got busy and there was I guess we had this pre-market high, but it was like two candles that just shot up and went back down. But yeah. Okay. I'm hearing. All right, so let me move this back to 935. All right, we got CRVS. I remember that one. Good Lord. Did we trade this? Good Lord. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna focus on right now, Bobby. I want to focus on the leading gainers after the bell from like 935 to, you know, 9:50, and start gathering data from that. Start gathering data from that. Yeah, let them first two candles close. Then you should be able to make a decent bias of some sort. Okay, this is a pretty nasty rejection up here. And then pretty nasty follow through. But then when you get this, that's when I feel like could be worth the risk. This is pretty risky. What's that, knives? 940. Yeah. Yeah, this definitely got to be studied, yo. Yeah, for sure. Definitely makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Yeah, where my strategy stands, I think I gotta pass this one up. I gotta be able to sit on my handies, which sucks. Well, it's a layup. Mm. 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 Okay. Not really, Bobby. Because I do good and bad in all of them. When you're not good at trading your rules. Yeah, most of my data's crap. Nah, I don't want that 9, bro. I barely want the 20. Bro, I don't trade off of that, the 9 EMA, bro. Alright, I'm gonna capture this. Keep getting distracted from the goal. Looking to build the jump. EVTV. Well, guess I want to see if it was even worth looking at. Huh. Yeah, you gotta leave that alone after that joint. That's a wrap. You gotta just take that right off the chart. That's it. After his candle, just delete it. It's kind of a cool little double bottom right here, but super choppy. Is this the 20th for real? How is this even up there? This must be like a day 2. Oh yeah, that's right. UUG. Okay, that's stupid. ONDG. All right. What's that this day? Oh, this is an ETF. All right, moving on to the 21st then. $10%. Yeah, these are pre-market gainers. I want the post-market to open. All right, today was SEGG. Got a piece of that. That was a day two. I was wilding. Wilding. Hmm. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Did I trade this? There's no way. Hmm. Yeah, it's the stocks for sure. Yeah, it's not really what I'm looking for. And it's a day two. Bro. Some stuff you just gotta buy. Golly. And mm, yeah, I would like to have those things as well. But I'm kind of trying to reverse engineer this whole thing. I guess I need to be writing the stats of these charts on the charts. That would help. I will. Nah, that's facts though. All right. Um. So I guess that means this thing had no news. um. Yeah, it says 2 months ago. Hmm. Um. It needs to open down here. Any examples? I shouldn't be touching these stocks. Um, so this is 41% gap, right? That's what that means up there, 41%. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, that's the main part, Bobby. That's what I'm struggling with every day. Um, all right. This one's so big. Uh, this was it's um so what am I doing? Float, yeah, percentage, daily setup, and news. 97%. Oh, that's a change on the day. No, I just I wanna keep track of that. I'm just collecting data right now. I don't know what's necessary really. My stock selection, I'm trying to figure out how to pick those stocks that I want to trade. So I'm just collecting data. It's just like no gap. So Gits didn't have news either. Volume and trend. Delete it. Yeah, actually, I feel that way in my heart too, Chili Dipper. That volume and trend is all I need. Um, go smooth off. he hit you with a paragraph. um, that looks terrible. This was the 21st. It opened way down here though. Um, all right, we done with the 21st. I think so. See anything else really popping? Hmm. But I don't even know what to set the price, the percent gain criteria. Well, I mean, I would pick price. Yeah, I guess just throwing it out there, I would do 2 to 20, maybe even 2 to 15. Um, if I had a little less FOMO, I might even say 5 to 15. So okay, like 2 to 10. Yeah. Read my mind. I got an idea. All right, look, we can back test. We can back test um a scanner. Hmm. Yeah, that's what I mean. If we can set up a scanner and go actually scan that day's action and see what comes up and see if that filter is actually worthwhile for what I'm looking for. So we can start there. So when we talking about this percent, are we talking about from yesterday's close, right? Change from close. Uh, see if what rule helps or not. Wait until 9:40. But it's just I've been approaching the market so many different ways and with all those charts. I mean, I have yeah, like I probably the last 3 months, all my charts probably went down off the open. Mm, yeah, I get that. Mm, okay. Thought there was a way to configure right from here. Oh, there we go. It'll still bring up. Oh, okay. Okay, I see what I need to do. I need to change the daily percentage. Um, Still got that damn thing. How? Hmm? Upgrade for more. Dang. Back testing of the last trading day. Well, that's whack. And then it's broken. This should be filtered out. Or maybe the day was coming up on. Mm. Well, that idea is dead now. Saying I got stocks in play in the journal already, which kind of makes sense, but like, Yep. I think maybe that's too far back. It's still all gonna be stuff going down. I got nothing in here, bro. May to July. Okay, here's an uptrend. Oh, there's one. It's just that the EMAs are moving because of what's happening on the chart. And I understand what's happening on the chart. I just need to pay attention to it. So the last thing I want to do is put something else on the chart that's going to take my attention away from the chart. Nah, it wasn't. Or yeah, I guess it was a winning trade. I don't know what I was risking back then. It might be more like break even. Yeah, I mean, I sold low. I sold higher than I bought. Bought 533, sold 556. Not bad. Oh, he was talking to you, Trey. Let's try this. My biggest winners will probably be the uptrends, right? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just what I was thinking. Well, I was gonna go for the biggest. Um, Damn, that's not very many. It's been tough, yo. Yo, yo.
Yo, yo, yo.
What's up, bro?
Hold on, my sounds messed up again.
Yeah, okay, here we go. Look at that. Opened way back here, though.
Okay, test.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Good morning.
Morning, bro.
Alrighty.
Hmm.
Do you have an idea of how to do this yet, or you need some pointers still?
Um, I'm just trying to track down the charts that I want to trade, and so I can, start collecting data specifically from those.
Okay, that's a good call out. Let's try this. Pull up your three winning trades for the week. Obviously, you have them,
Um,
and let's do a thought experiment.
a thought experiments.
Mhm.
All right. Um,
Because in my opinion, you have the idea of what kind of setup you want to trade, right? You think you're looking for momentum stocks out of the open, and then you're looking for some sort of pullback where it either holds support, moving averages, or whatever, something is telling you that a reversal is coming, and then
Right.
you play the next leg up, essentially, right? So let's dissect that by looking at some stocks that actually did that.
Um,
Okay, so on this chart, SEGG, why does it look good to you?
because it held this. We got a strong open, and then we create this high, and then we break above and hold that high.
Okay, so like which you've already identified, right? You're looking for at least two green candles out of the open,
Yeah.
and then a orderly pullback into something, right? That's something that you are trying to identify.
Yeah.
So for this chart, I mean, the pink line is kind of screaming at us right now.
Yeah.
What is this pink line that you drew?
Pre-market
Because it
high.
held it perfectly.
Pre-market high.
Okay, cool. So for SEGG, one criteria is strong push out of the open, pull back to pre-market high. Okay, great. Next chart.
Um,
And I would recommend just having three of them next to each other. It's a small sample size, but my point is basically you are trying to find commonalities of the best winners so that you can help identify what made it special.
yeah.
And once you think you've come up with something that made it special, then you look for the special factor in all future trades.
Okay.
Awesome. RDW. Nice strong red to green move. Two awesome green candles on volume. Big, right?
Yeah.
Nice pullback. Tight. What stood out for you on this trade?
Um. Well, I like these. I like these kind of candles after a big move up. As long as the volume's not too crazy. I was a little feeling a little sketchy about the amount of volume, but I noticed it was at VWAP too, I think. And it came down and tested and then broke the close, so I triggered in.
Okay. You mentioned a few good things. And again, I'm not trying to lead the witness here. I'm just trying to call out what you are seeing because these are your things that you look for. Strong move again. So this is two commonalities for the two strong stocks.
Yeah.
Pullback on lighter volume, right? Which it looks like if we look on the right side, SEGG also did the same. So see how we're picking up patterns?
Yeah.
And then again, what if we're playing support on the SEGG, what was support on RDW?
You said what was support?
Yeah, because the main
Um,
factor at SEGG was support
yeah. I would say
via
VWAP.
the pre-market high, right?
VWAP.
What
You
was
could
the
say the
support
EMA,
RDW?
but I would say VWAP.
Okay, so for RDW, VWAP was your support. Great. Now we have two types of support already. 2 out of 2. Let's go to number 3.
Right. Um, well, this one I didn't trade. I think this was wish I traded it
That's
on the
perfectly
shot.
fine. I mean,
Yeah.
you are trying to find the best opportunities. You trading it and you executing it does not matter.
Yeah.
I have hundreds of charts where I did not touch because I back tested them before I even started trading that setup. And now I have a library of them working. Okay, great. What made this? So let's go through the things that you were identifying on the first two.
Mhm.
Strong move up out of the open, check. Pull back on lighter volume, check. See how you? I'm not trying to tell you how to trade, but I'm trying to organize your thoughts to identify the things that are important to you. And do these stocks have it? Right now, this pullback on lower volume, where was the support level?
Pre-market
Or
high.
did it have one, right? We don't know, right?
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to identify. Did VERO have support?
Yeah, it definitely
And
had
it's okay if it
pre-market
doesn't.
high. Yeah, I'm saying pre-market high.
Okay. So if we look at this VRW, we notice that it dipped underneath support, which is totally different from the first chart. Can you show the first chart too? The three on the next to each other? So the clear difference between the last one, VRO, is that it dipped underneath support. And then it broke over and ran like crazy.
Yeah.
Right? These are the things you're trying to notify, trying to highlight in your brain when you're looking at your charts. Great. Now let's look at one that didn't work.
I didn't take it, Bobby. You said it's looking one that didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got a
Because
whole bunch of
and
them.
I would say the ones on Friday were perfect examples.
All right, bet. Um,
So let's go through the checklist. The things you felt are important on the first three charts and on AUID and why you took the trade.
what's up,
This is a
Sim
horrible
B?
picture, by the way.
Yeah.
Can you pull it up on your platform?
Yeah,
It'll
I
be a
can
lot
do that.
easier to look at it instead of a squished little,
All
you know what I mean?
right, I got you.
I mean, this is for you. You have to be able to see what you're looking at, right?
Is this it? Yeah.
That's it. Okay. So what do you see on this one?
Um, well, gotta move up on the
And
open, I
to
guess,
to
objective.
to to stay consistent, let's talk about the factors that you saw on the first three winners.
Yeah.
We'll add more stuff to it.
Well, they were all above VWAP.
No, but that's fine,
Yeah.
except you're adding something that you did not look at
Okay.
minus the second trade,
All right.
right?
Okay.
The second trade you called out, it support was held by VWAP.
Right.
That was the only one that you called out for the three winners.
Yeah.
So number four, yes, that's a true fact, but that is not consistent. My whole point, just so we get some context on what I'm trying to have you focus on, is you are um, what's the fucking word? Deconstructing your winners.
Yeah.
You're obviously these are winners and these are great trades. What made them special? And so that you can go back and look at other charts to see if that special factor existed or not.
Mm.
And if it and you're gonna have a list of criteria, right? Big strong move out of the open, pull back to support, then next leg up, right? And then there are other things you're gonna add. Is it above VWAP? Is it holding as at an EMA, for example? Is it above or below pre-market high? Things like that. You're gonna start adding these factors in it, and then you're gonna realize that, oh shit, this chart fit all 10 of my criteria, and it ran perfectly. Easy entry, easy exit, all that good stuff.
Mm.
The next chart fit 8 of my criteria. You're deconstructing what you want to see, so that when it comes to Monday, you're like, this chart only gave me 7 out of the 10 things I'm looking for. Therefore, I can take it, but I know that the odds are lower. But because of the fact that you've gone back and you looked at so many winners and you're like, it's usually 8 to 10 factors that fit. Therefore, it became a winner.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
So yeah, let's go to AUID. What do you see?
Um, this was Friday. Mm. Well, first thing I noticed on the daily is that I think I would have had a.
We didn't talk about the daily in the first three, which we
Okay.
can talk about the daily. Yes.
Okay.
And in my opinion, the daily is important, but we didn't mention it. So let's not, because it's a new chart, let's all of a sudden we add the daily as a factor, right?
Yeah.
Let's focus on the things that we did focus on the first three, and then we'll add more.
Okay.
First thing, momentum out of the open. Did it show momentum out of the open?
No.
So that's already one factor that didn't fully fit what you saw the other three do.
Right.
Okay. It showed a big strong green candle after a little consolidation, and you thought, okay, maybe it's time for it to run, which is fine. And then look at the pullback. Is it pulling back to support? If yes, what support is it holding?
um. Not one that I would. I mean, be able to see from here. I mean, I'd have to.
No, that's true, but you called out for the first chart.
Yeah.
Pre-market high was your support.
Yeah,
Okay.
way up here.
That's one. That's one possible support, which this one doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Second one is VWAP. Didn't fit.
Yeah.
So now this one doesn't have any of those two that worked great for your three winners.
Right.
Therefore, it's kind of on a weaker setup. And you only have three criteria. Well, the second one is like pull back, but that's kind of a broad statement. A lot of shit pulls back on lower volume, but that's fine. We keep that for now because it could be a high volume pullback, and it disqualifies you from your trade, right?
Right.
So we have three criteria so far: big high momentum push, orderly pullback on lighter volume, holding support. Simple three criteria, and this one failed. Okay, so let's look at another setup. There was another one that was stronger that you traded on Friday, if I remember. That did not work. So AUID, weaker candidate, and then boom, we eliminate those going forward. Yes, this is the stronger one, right?
Yeah.
So criteria one, and I know I'm repeating myself, but this is kind of how you have to think about these things. Does it fit the first criteria? I would say hell yes. Super strong momentum push out of the open.
Yeah.
Number two, orderly pullback. Yes. On lower volume, you can see the volume tampering off. Number three, support. What held support? Forget your executions. You don't know how you're trading the system yet. We're trying to define the system. So on this chart specifically, what held?
VWAP.
VWAP held. So now we have four examples, you know what I mean, of winners potentially. I don't know if you want to consider this a winner because it didn't go that far, but let's just say you want to count this for now, right? You want to keep your R's smaller, but that's a question that you figure out after you look at so many damn charts. It held at VWAP. So we have four examples of winners potentially that held VWAP. And if you bought at VWAP, risking a few cents underneath, that would have been a huge R trade.
Yeah.
There you go. Two trades, winners, held at VWAP, one pre-market level. You're starting to see patterns.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, do another 16. Simple as that. It can be losers too, because the losers tell you a lot too. And here's the sad part: you will see perfect setups where high momentum push out of the open, orderly pullback, and orderly as in lower volume. That's what I consider myself personally. Holds VWAP, pushes but doesn't go any further, and you're gonna be like, "What the fuck? It's an A plus. Why didn't it go?" Doesn't matter. Trading is not 100%. Get 20 of these examples, bro, then you'll have a good idea that these criteria are solid. I'm going to at least look for that. Once you finish that, then you're going to say, okay, you know what? I'm noticing some pre-market stuff that it looks kind of interesting. I want to test that theory. You go back to your 20 examples, winners and losers, and you're like, did it spike on volume and pre-market? Yes or no? The first, half of them said yes, half of them say no. You take the ones that say yes. Did your R's go up? If your R's went up as a result of only picking the high volume pre-market trades, holy crap, that added to my edge. If you added pre-market volume as a criteria and the R's went down, oh, those pre-market volume doesn't mean crap to my setup, which is okay. That's how you add criteria. That's how you maximize your winners, and then all of a sudden you're building an edge over many, many, many trades. You follow?
Yeah, I'm following, bro.
Yeah, the concept is easy. It's just and again, I'm not doing any of the work, right? These are just thought ideas on how to do the work. You're gonna have to spend hours and hours and hours doing this shit, dude. But at least you have kind of like a structured way of doing it instead of just, oh, that day I did crap, therefore I'm going to disqualify this trade when it did everything you wanted to do, but your entry was bad. If I did, now I see VWAP as potential support, and that's something I can focus on. I'm going to start looking at charts and be like, did that one support? Holy crap, it did. That one didn't. That one didn't. That one did.
Mm.
And then I add up the R's. If I took all of the VWAP holds, and you're like, holy crap, I finished the week green. Just trading off VWAP. Simple as that. And then you look at all of the pre-market highs. Pre-market highs, did they hold? That one didn't. That one didn't. That one did. Add up all those R's. Holy crap. If I traded pre-market highs in addition to VWAP holds, my R's are this. And all of a sudden I have a positive EV.
Yeah.
That's it, dude. That's how you deconstruct setups. That's how you determine if you have edge in the long run. There are a lot more factors, which are a little bit more advanced that we won't get into. I've mentioned it in chat here and there, but honestly, this is the core fundamental basis of how to define your edge. You do this, you have 20, 30, 50, 100 examples. You will feel confident because you've seen so many of them work off of your specific criteria. Forget Frank, forget all the other people in chat who are telling you do this, do that, because you're like, dude, look at my freaking Excel. I've got 100 examples. You telling me to do something else? Sure, maybe. And then maybe you think like, you know what, that guy's idea is great. I'm gonna go back test my 100 examples and see if I add that, what's my R's look like? Holy crap! Now my R's is plus 20%. Thanks for that idea, bro. I'm gonna incorporate that in my system. You just called out something amazing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's it. That's the basics.
Hmm.
And shout out to Trey, man. He's doing it right, dude. He's back testing. He's seeing how, he's doing the work, dude. The guy's gonna make it, I think.
Oh, for sure.
You will too.
Sure.
You will too, man. You've got your R's under control. You're risking low while you know you're learning. Dude, it's great, bro. Like people go gunslinging, it's like, oh, I lost $100. I'm gonna go risk 200 tomorrow. I'll make it back.
Yeah.
But instead, for you, what do? You deduct your R's. You keep deducting it. Now you're risking $2, dude. 99% of traders out there cannot risk $2. They do not have the balls to do it, or the fear, whatever you want to call it. But either way, and then you start building this confidence. You're looking at all this data, dude. You have years of examples that you can go back and look at the chart. Forget your executions. Go back to a random day in your stream. Look at all of gappers and see what did it do. Did it run out of momentum? Oh, that one didn't do it. Okay. Doesn't fit my criteria. Next, that one did. Okay, what did it do? Holy crap, it held VWAP. Put that in my example list. Oh, that didn't hold VWAP, but it did run up in the morning. Okay, put that in my example list. All of a sudden, you have this library of all the setups that fit your criteria, and you're like, dude, I have 100 examples. I know the system works. Look at the positive EV. And yeah, you're not going to be able to execute perfectly because, of course, there are still emotions while in the trade and all that bull crap. But at least you know that this works at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So, just my 2 cents,
I sure appreciate it, Nice.
All good, bro. I want to start doing some of my work now too. Inspired me.
Right on.
Right on. Take it easy, bro.
All right, bro. You too. Let's see here. What we got going in the chat? Roger and Floyd Mayweather. Hey, anybody watching the fight tonight? Man, I'm hype. Hype. Um, Knives trying to be nice, boy. Focus be on one sometimes, man. Focus wanna fight. um, what'd you gather so far on these percentages, Bobby? Over 10%? What's WAGMI? WAGMI. Let's see. We all gonna make it. Ah! Straight up. All those winners over 10%. As Patterson till that big seller offering shows up. Yeah, straight up, Trey. Can't ignore the randomness of the market. That part is the randomness of the market. Can't ignore patterns for a random seller. Um, all of them was over 10%, huh? $10. 2 to 10. And get 30. Time is it? 11:28, of course. What a nice daily, bro. Is there a way to quickly see the gap percentage? Cause this just shows the day, right? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but this is like an old day though. So one thing I've been struggling with is taking the risk when it's risky. Like taking that entry when it's the best entry, but it's the most it's like it's the most unproven at that point. I mean, you got a little proof. Like when this wick closed, if I was waiting to get in on the close here, I think I actually did. Yeah, I think I was actually waiting for this. It's $2. Who cares? Yeah, I know, right? That's crazy how much expensive gum is now, bro. Yo, I think I'm going to Thailand when I make it, yo. I haven't done like super thorough research, but I think so. Okay, Weekly. Thanks for hanging out, man. I'm losing anyways, right? What do you got to lose? Lose more? All right. So I think we can quickly see that the pullback's got to be to support. Duh. And it's all going a world tour. We're gonna need something to spend the money on, focus. Yeah, this is a winner. Terribly traded, but I was able to squeak a win out of it. Barely. I should have got all out at the break of this low right here for sure. After this candle printed this lower high super wick, stop should have went under there. Gotta get out of there, man. It's over with. It's over with. Vietnam Thai. 10%. CMCT was 10% too. Yeah, see the way I learned the market as far as trading these gappers was you wanted to gap above where there's high volume ranges. Like you want to gap above a high volume range and ideally come back and test that range and break on up out of there. Um so when you get these big gappers that gap over something like that, what is this? 508. 360, 396 come from? Why is this chart so big? Seriously. Oh. Mm. Yeah, I don't want to be trading that though. That's weakness. I want the uptrend. Weakness. 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 These are my winning trades in January. All right, let's go December. Yeah, there's an uptrend. That's beautiful. Fuck, I traded it way after time though. Oh, we looked at. Did we look at this? This looked just like that other stock. This thing clearly has some sort of reverse splittery. Can you stop showing up? So we opened weak and then broke over pre-market high and just ran off. I think there's a trade right there for sure. Yeah. Weakness. I already looked at this one. Yeah, there's no way for me to take that one. ARTV. Look at that. Wow. Strong open. Pull back to pre-market high. Two to 10. um, It's a pretty stinking nice pre-market high. Makes a lot of sense. Let's see some losers. We've been looking at them. Oh no, I guess these are winners too. It's gonna be a bunch of downtrends, bro. A lot of the winners are downtrends. Can't look at losers. We'll look at losers from this month. I think we missed the uptrend, guys. You gotta be kidding. This one's too cheap anyways. It's that 140 level. These are just like the exact opposite of what I'm looking for. Oh, I could show you a whole bunch of them, Bobby. So this one week open, and then it comes back and has a terrific day. But if it caught it on the Momo scanner, got a nice little high right here. Cheek it up. Take that joint. Yeah, stop was trash, bro. That was devastating. I think I ended up catching this. I just and I sold super quick. Yeah, I caught this trade right here. This one. I just sold it super quick. Yo, what up, Dirk? Yeah, that was 121. Yeah, this is the perfect entry here. I don't think I traded it. I think we were just looking at the chart. Did I trade Gets? I don't know if I got Gets. Actually, I want to look at the most recent ones. So is that what I was looking at? Okay, yeah, I caught the L on Gets. I think that was a different, yeah. Trying to catch the dip. I kind of caught it, just didn't sell it. Um, all right, what about move? Got pre-market high right there. Get the run up. nasty wick and close above. I could see wanting to take that if I was adding such a setup, but that's not what we're looking for. Move was the Hail Mary. Terrible. It wasn't a bad look. It was just majorly backside. 15 was already cooked. Needed to just leave that one alone. Yeah, you gotta take that. I don't know. Maybe this dip is scary. Dang, it's lower day too. 2014, 2020. That's nice. Yeah, I probably should have hit that one. Nice double bottom right there on the open on the trend line. Man, that sell volume is super high though. But this out of my price range anyway. Our supposed. Oh, that was the one. Show was. Was this the one? Just weak opens, man. Yeah, so this one got the whole dollar level there though. It's kind of extended, to be honest. I think expectations would have to be pretty tight on that one, but I mean, it's plenty of R's in this one move from 7 to 860. I mean, entry would be literally right over $7. Stop would have been 665, so like 663. 40-cent stop for $1.60. Or maybe even go real tight with the stop right under the 5 candle. 683. Then it's a bang or not, then you get stopped out right there. Yeah, let's keep the stop under the red candle. Yeah, I think you get in there, you gotta take a piece out the real highs and then try to get out what you can up there. Hey, what's up, George? Yeah, but it's all pretty before the open. Once it opens, it's kind of shaky. Yeah, straight up. Yeah, when it goes fast, you gotta get out. Because if I got in here and I was expecting, a move to 864, like, it could take several minutes. And if it got up there, I'd be like, wow, that was great. But it's the same thing. If it happens in one candle, you still gotta still gotta get out of that joint. I don't realize that sometimes when I'm in. I'm like, it went up this much in one candle. What wait till the second candle prints, It's like, nah, bro, that was it. That was the move, fam. High day within 20 minutes. Yeah. The most important thing is to get my stock criteria dialed in, so I'm putting the right stocks in front of me, and then get my entry criteria dialed in, so I'm not taking bad entries and I am taking valid tests to support and not ignoring them because I'm not sure. Nah, 8:30 in my time zone. Just ain't right. What's going on? BTC down to 79K for real? BTC crypto's always been super irrational to me, so I've stayed out largely. I mean I got in a couple rocket coins a couple years ago, like Safe Moon. I was super excited about. I was like, I'm gonna sell 100 million shares at $1. Then I'm gonna sell another 100 million shares at $2. Ah, the good old days. Well, I'm kind of thinking of setting some. I need like uh, High day momentum. Does that make sense? What is the criteria for that? High day. No way. Yeah, go ahead, Dirk. That's not scalping. Yeah, I agree. And that's kind of what I was getting at, where just because it happens in one candle, getting it doesn't mean I need to wait and get out, wait for more candles to print to get out. Like that kind of a move, that's the whole trade. And it's just time to get out because it happened, you know. So yeah, I get that. Um, all right. So if we're looking for high of day momentum, how do I build this thing? I guess that's by the filter. Okay. Um, price. Don't need that. Um, um, close. Okay, found gets. Start from the bottom. Mhm. Mm. Investopedia definition. Did feed pop up again? That's the question. Okay. So Friday, this thing would feed me feed, gets PZG. These are pretty irrational moves, though. CISS. Bids at 940. $47. Way over here. That's interesting. That's stupid. Um, all right, feed right at 9:30. Okay, that's a good time to tell me about kids. I don't know how that got in there. LRHC. Yeah, I remember feeling like this thing is glitchy. Like, why is this alerting me? I guess it made a new high day. It didn't, though. Yeah. It's late already. Feed at 9:54. Now that's when I want the damn alert. And then again at 9:57. Yeah, that's pretty fire. OCG at 10:02. Good time for that alert. Feed at 10:07. It's already gone by then. Vivs at 10:14. Feed at 10:19. Yeah, I don't need that. Yeah, feed was good. Well, I can only backtest one day, so mm.
Yeah, me and Trey were gonna chat about some stuff.
Yeah, I got you.
You wanna mute us or make another chat?
You said you guys are about to do what?
Do some about each other's system and stuff.
Oh, okay. So you want me to
Not trading, basically.
do you want me to disconnect so you're not on the live?
I mean, you can stay. We're just gonna talk about trading, but it's more specific to our stuff.
Yeah, that's cool.
I don't want to distract you, that's why.
Oh, I got you. Do your thing, bro.
But if you want to chill, of course, you're
Yeah,
welcome.
I'm chilling. I'm not talking about nothing right now. Just going through, trying to figure out this scanner.
Is this a paid service that you're paying for the scanner?
Yeah, back testing scans.
For the scanner. Oh, cool.
Yeah, back testing scans.
Yo, yo,
Hey, Trey.
What
yo, yo. Man, long day so far, but yeah.
Is that a bad thing?
No, it's not. I was thinking
Much.
like maybe the review would take me 30 minutes or so, 45 minutes, and it took like over 2 hours. I
Oh,
just
why did
got
it take so long?
I just got on a roll. I wanted to like start looking at some different stats, and then I started doing the tags, started looking at what the tags were looking like for like the different variations. And then that led into the playbook. So yeah.
So you were distracted.
No, no, no. I did the
Just
review.
kidding.
Yeah, I did the review
I'm messing.
part.
I'm messing. So, what are your lessons for January? What'd you take out of it?
My big takeaway. I wrote it down. Let me just pull up my review thing. Monthly
okay,
review.
now.
Yeah, so I mean, the takeaway for me was basically to increase the risk reward because my accuracy is around like 60ish percent, like 62, 63. So
All in, man.
it's just I got to increase the risk reward and then trade past a winner. So just more so, as you mentioned before, like trusting the system, trusting the stats, and really trying to make progress now because yeah, I mean the accuracy's there. It's just not hitting the bigger trades when.
All right, so now I got the alerts coming at the run up, which is kind of what I was trying to do. Um, I don't like that one. I don't like that one either. I might just have these percents too low. Or maybe relative volume. No, those are both pretty much the same. Okay, so what's about those two? Okay. Oh, that was a Trey and knives. I gotta go, guys. I gotta get to work. I think I might got some skins to start out with though. For Monday, a little momentum scanner. Price to 2 to 10. Minimum change from close 10%. I also threw in over VWAP. And EMA. All right, let's see how that goes. But I think we started the path on getting a sample size and seeing basically kind of what I was talking about through the week was that I need to figure out where it's pulling back to, and it needs to be pulling back to some sort of support. And if it's a real support, then that's where I need to be taking the trade. And that's where the best risk to reward is. So that's where I got to take that. But I need more data. So probably try to spend all my time that I have this weekend available at my computer just looking at more examples of what I want to see. Man, I almost want to buy the next tier up just so I can backtest more. Because if I could dial in this scanner to find that aggressive move up I'm looking for on the 5, that'll be pretty awesome. If my scanner can find me a bunch of these, that'd be pretty cool. Not that this one played out like I want, but like a feed over here, a gets. But yeah, man. All right, guys, hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't. Discord links in the description. And I'll let y'all on Monday, man. Peace.